Derry's stalled engine, where's the road to progress? Derry, a city brimming with untapped potential, sputters in isolation while whispers of what if hang heavy in the air. As Belfast and Dublin zoom toward the future on well-oiled infrastructure, Derry remains tethered to its own limitations, trapped by the lack of direct, efficient train and road links. This isn't a mere inconvenience. It's a chokehold on economic growth, social mobility, and the city's very spirit. Businesses struggle to compete, young talent seeks greener pastures, and the dream of a truly connected Derry feels perpetually out of reach. Meanwhile, within the city walls, a different kind of development flourishes. One-way systems materialize and vanish like smoke, parking spaces evaporate in the blink of an eye, and benches sprout beside bustling traffic like misplaced flora. These fleeting beautification projects might make for picturesque brochures, but they do little to address the engine sputtering beneath the surface. Council members, it's time for a reality check. While landscaped roundabouts and designer benches might add a touch of charm, they're mere accessories, not the fuel that drives a city forward. Derry needs arteries, not ornaments. It needs the vital connections that will open doors to opportunity, attract investment, and bind it to the beating heart of the nation. Instead of chasing the next fleeting trend, turn your gaze to the horizon. Prioritize the foundational pieces, the vital links that will bridge the gap between Derry's potential and its present reality. Give the city the infrastructure it craves, the connections it deserves, connections that won't vanish like the next street-facing fancy. Invest in the unseen, council members. Invest in the veins that will carry Derry's lifeblood. In doing so, you won't simply build roads and tracks. You'll build a future. You'll build a Derry that can finally roar alongside its connected peers. The question hanging in the air isn't about fancy flower pots or traffic side seating. It's a much simpler, far more urgent question. When will Derry's engine finally have the road it needs to run?